Hello guys, welcome to this web technology video. In this video, we are learn the web technology related concept like say as example suppose introduction of the web technology. What is web pages? What is the website actually? What the web publishing is happen? What are the web contents are there? And the what is actually this web page? And there's some software or you can say that the practice demo that we discuss in this lecture. So let's start without wasting time. Some couple of years ago, having a website was a luxury. Today, having a website is a necessity part, but in a couple of years ago, it was actually luxury things. So people are using the web for everything. Today, the people's or the persons we can say that everything everyone can use the website or web for everything purpose. So it's a quick and it's convenient and you never need to leave your desk. Even people who prefer to shop offline are researching products on the web. This is the today's situation. So the website have the number of types of the we can say that it is used for a large number of tasks. So what are these tasks? Say for example, you have to making a public announcement. So the for that purpose, the website is actually used. The another use or task you can say that providing support to your customers. The another is the receiving a feedback from your visitors. Or you're supposed to want to share some data or to distribute some files or images. Then that purpose also the website is used. And of course some selling your products. Now the another things which is related to this website is the domain. Okay, domain name is your address on the web. Domain name is what? It's a your that means what the website, right? The address on the web. Okay, the address of the that website on the web. That is nothing but the domain. So just like suppose you having the mobile numbers and somebody want to communicate with you, then if he know the if he or she want know the mobile number of that person, then they can easily communicate with them, right? So in the same manner that the domain is act here, right? So domain act as a address on the web. Okay, say as example, now here I'm mentioning the domain name, right? So actually showing the some different types of extensions also. Like suppose here we are using the .com, right? So .com means the this .com is actually nothing but what? It's a commercial site. Okay, so if there is a different types of extension is there, of course. Say different types of websites are there. We can say that. So, say as example, suppose the website is related to the organization or educational organization is there, then that uh, website extension is suppose edu.in, like this extension is there. Suppose if the another extension is ac.in. So these two extension is reserved for the educational purpose. But if there is an organization, big organization, then org is the another extension. So these are the different extension or the types of the websites, you can say that. So here what we understand the domain name. So here this Shraddha IT service is the name of the domain, right? This is my domain actually. So what we understand If some user want to communicate, want to search some information from my related to my product, then it can, if he or she want to remember the name of this only, or address of this website. Okay, so once he putting the address in the URL, they can easily find the information related to his requirement, right? So this is the use of the domain. The domain can be used with your email accounts, allowing you to send and receive email with addresses. That means this domain is not only displaying the information or sharing the information, it is also used for to, sending the mails also, or receive the mails also with this domain. Okay, so as example, and here is the ID, the username, you can say that the username, you can say that, right? So at the extension is what, like gmail.com. Here is my domain email ID is what, this SIS underscore admin at shraddhaitservice.com. So in this way, the domain is actually used. So there is a two way the this domain is used. So this is the basic information that we must know the before we go for the further point. Okay. Now the another part is the, or point we can say that is a, what is web page then. So web page is a HTML document accessible on the World Wide Web. World Wide Web, that means the internet. That means it is present on the net, internet, right? So those are sitting on the remote places, they can access the web pages that we call the World Wide Web types of HTML document. So of course, so web page is a HTML document accessible on the World Wide Web. That means document present on a web server, right? If suppose you want to access the this page, HTML page, then you have to keep all these pages on a web servers. Sometimes which has its own web server addresses or the URLs also. Okay. Now the out of these web pages is the collection action. Web pages showing the collection word actually. It's showing the what, collection. So first page usually requested at a website. It is called as a home page. That means whenever we are entering the you can say that address in the URL in the address bar, and once you're pressing the enter button, then you can find the what, you can find the one page in front of you, right? Which is one page is coming in front of you. So that means what, the whatever the we are entering the address at that time, the page is coming, that page we called as a home page, right? So that is the meaning of this line actually. So this is actually what web page is. The another further part is what is the website then? Now it is a web page. Okay, whatever we are discussing, it is related to the web page. Now then, what do you mean by the website? Okay, what do you mean by the website, right? So website is a collection of HTML documents. It is a what? It is a collection of HTML documents. Okay, that users can access with the web browsers. So the single website can have the number of web pages which is connected with each others, or they are separated, or they are located on the navigation bar. Okay. Or all pages, web pages and files under a common owners. So that means indirectly we can say that website is a way to represent or present yourself online, right? So your website is a place on the internet where anyone in the world can visit whenever they want to find out more about you. Okay. So ask you questions, give you feedback, or even buy your product. Okay. Think of the internet as the world biggest trade slow, and your website is your both, right? So this is nothing but the actually website. The part we can see web publishing. While publishing the HTML pages on the net so that the whole world can see them. So what we have to do for this purpose? So there have some rules so that they can publish, right? If you want to reach any employee of your organization, so and then publish on your local. Now this internet and the intranet is nothing but what the net. Of course, the different web pages we are created and we are keeping in a locally. Then that internet or that net we call as a intranet, which is a some particular area. For that purpose, the that internet is actually used. That such a types of net we call as a intranet. The another situation is that if you want your web pages to visible to all over the world, then you have to use the internet. Means publishing is necessary. So put it on a web servers when you want to access all over the world. Okay. So in this case, most of the people uses a web server run by an internet service provider that we call as ISP to host their website. Right. So we require some ISP when you want to build, when you want to upload our web pages on the servers, right? So web server uses an information exchange standard called hypertext transfer protocol to send web pages to people through internet. The further part is actually the nothing but the web content. This is about the web publishing. The web content means your first step is to define your site type and the goals. Okay. So when you want to build the website, before that you have to define your goals first. Ask a lot of questions to set up goals. Okay. Ask some questions to the client or to yourself. Okay. So that you can fix your goal. So what are the questions that you have to uh, ask? So as example, suppose I'm mentioning here some examples. So say for example, ask like this: who is the intended audience? So target the audience first. Okay. See the where your targeted area is there is present, right? So like this question you have to arise. Another question that is what is the mission or purpose of the site? Okay. So another question is where will you host your website so that they can reach the people. Suppose you have to display your website worldwide, then you have to keep it on a web servers or internet. The another question is what are the short and long term goals of the site. You have to ask such a types of question. Why will people use your site? So once found the answer of this question, then turn into design document. Okay. So up to now, what we are seeing, we are understanding the web technology introduction part. What do we mean by the web? What are the website? What is the web pages? What do we mean by the web publishing? And web content that we are seeing right now. So for to building the content, before that you have to ask some question in a such a way that so that you can find out the purpose of that website. So generally the content of the is divided into two parts: the static web content and the dynamic web content. So how we can understand whether it is a static or the dynamic? So this is the most cost effective type of design. This static is what? It's a cost effective type of design. These contents are useful to design the static websites. This type of data does not contain anything that is needed to be exchanged frequently. In this, user response is not having the higher priority. The meaning is what? Means you have when you want to run that website, before that you have to decide the goals. Okay, until once we decide this, we cannot change at the runtime. Okay, we can only see this The user can only see the content of this. Okay, it cannot send the information from this website. Okay, so this such a types of web pages or where we call as a static web content. Another part is the dynamic web content. It is a more aggressive type of web content. It is useful to build dynamic website. Generally, client side and the server side data comes under the dynamic contents. Important point, whenever the database connectivity is required, you can guess that dynamic content are being used. It is costly basically as compared to this static. Okay, so why? Because here we require some databases, some extra activities we require, that you have to make a configuration, make some another programming. So that's why the cost of this dynamic website is higher than the static website. In the static website only showing the images and the content only. Okay. So the here we are just understanding the web pages. Now some little bit part we can started in the point of you can say that the implementations. Okay, so now as I said that the what element is present, right? So of course in a web pages there is a you know this some web pages we can see another part. Say as example, now as I said that the web page is divided into two parts, right? So one half part we call as the header section, that is the title or the name of that page, and the remaining half part is the body section, that is the body of page. So this page is divided into two parts. Page is divided into two parts. So if you see this web pages, okay, now this is a element that you have to use in this manner, right? So what we call, there have the some you know this HTML is the hypertext markup language, which is actually officially called as a standard generalized markup language, SGML application. So HTML is the application of this SGML. Okay, it is not the case sensitive. Okay, so this, it is actually structured language, you can say that it can assign the some structure to this page, right? So where what content are present, what type of image you have to show, where they want to show, where the content, the text document are present, in what the styles you have to assign for this. All these things is used with the help of HTML. So before you begin building your page, you will need to decide on a basic page layout. That means which part is where you want to show. You have to make a plan for this ultimately, right? Before the writing the codes, you can say that. Once you have settled all things, then it's time to begin creating your pages with HTML tags. With HTML tag. Then what is this HTML tag? So I can show you all this part. But just understand how actually there is some rules to write the HTML tags. So instruction that surround material such as text, images, and links to other pages, and tell the viewer web browser how to display them. Right? Of course, here is not web browser. Okay. There have some certain rules to write the HTML tags. Okay. So first is tag always surrounded by angle brackets, less than and the greater than, in this way. Okay. Tag is always surrounded by this part. If you see this part, now here I am showing the tag. Okay. So this is the starting tag. This is the ending tag. Okay, it is surrounded by this less than and the greater than, right? So that is the meaning of this first sentence. Second rule is most tag come in pairs, means in this HTML most of the tags comes with the pair. Yes, surround the material they affect, but except some tags are there like br, uh, then HR, they not having the ending tags. They only have the starting tag, or you can say that the first tag. So end tags means what? End tags always starts with a forward slash. Okay, it always starts with a forward slash. Say like this. Okay, and here tag name. Here is the tag name. So in this way you have to write the end tag. So in each when you want to write the web page, the by using these HTML tags, the HTML tag with the pairs. Okay, it will come with the pairs. That means it have the star tag, have the end tag. Say example like this: star tag is there, and the end tag is there. In between this, the content are present, right? So this is the hypertext actually. It is a structure tag is there. So the only content are displayed on the page. Okay, the tags are not displayed on the page. You can say that. So if you see this part, so here is the page example is given, right? So less than angular is used. P is the paragraph tag, and the attributes are given here. Of course, we see this later on. So this is the meaning of this end, right? The fourth rule is first of the start tags and the second of the end tags are embedded. Okay, so the tag is embedded, meaning is embedded means what? They are present on the web page, but they are not showing, they are not displaying. Only the content are displayed on the page. Okay, so when you start the tag within another tag, you have to close that inner tags before closing the outer tags. Means some tags are present inside the some another tags. Okay, so before how to close this? Say suppose you know this head tag is there, right? Okay, now you have to write in this way, right? But this is the correct way to write the what we say this the line up or the meaning of this fourth line, right? So first are the start tags and the second and the end tags are embedded. So when you start a tag within another tag, that means this one title is start within the another, that means under this header. So they want to finish its closing that inner tag. Okay, so this title you have to close before the outer close. Okay, this is the meaning of this line. So in this way you have to write. Okay. The another rule is the many tags have optional attributes that uses values to modify the tags behavior. Okay. So we will later on this explain, but just here attributes are given, right? So attribute have the name and the value. Okay, with this parameter. Sorry, attribute with this tags. Okay, so that means these attributes will give the effect for the content. Okay. Now another part that we have to say, that means how we can write the comment. What is the use of the comment? If you see this part, the less than explanatory mark, dot dot, and the comment tag introduction, like this word you have to write. These are the some format. In this way you have to give the comment line. Otherwise, it will showing the errors. Okay. So the comment actually used to for the developer purpose or for the coder purpose they are used. What code is actually working in what way, or what is the role of the that block, you can say that. So you have to understand these things, then you can write the comment for this. So in this manner you have to write the comment. Like suppose this block is doing the starting text, so here I am writing the comment here. So first part of the page is nothing but this one. So in this way you have to write comment, but comments are not executed, only the content are executed on the page. Okay, those are present inside this hypertext. Okay, so this is the our first part. Okay, and this is our second part, right? say as a example, see this example. So what I am here doing, so we are taken some simple, title is given here, right? Okay, say this is our first part and this is our second part. So here I am just writing. Now here the start tag of HTML is there, as well as the end tag is there. Okay, then head tag, opening tag is here, then ending tag is here. Okay, the title, okay, opening tag is here, then this is the ending tag, the body opening tag, then it is a. So in this way you have to write the program, simple program. So this is what here we are doing. We are assigning the some para attributes to this. So here with the help of this I am showing the, some images occur come here, right? So that images we call as a favicon. Okay, favicon images. So some images we want to show, say for example, now this, see this image. This image we call as a favicon image. Such a types of operations suppose you have to do, then these types of syntax you have to use. So what here did, and this is my icon. Okay, references, that means where actually I'm keeping that images. So here I'm in this path I'm keeping my images. The size of that image is what, 16 to 16. Type of that is a PNG. Okay, so that is come in front of this home here, right? And on the page you can say that you have to display the some content which is a h1 type. Okay, header type. So if you run this page, okay, you will got this image is coming here, right? So that is nothing but what, this part. See this icon type image is coming here, so which is present on this path, whose size is 16 into 16. It will come in here, right? Okay, and the second part is our body content, right? It is showing in a, title, like title of that page, right? So structure tags, now the HTML, head, title, body, all these are have the some structure tag. What we call for this structure tag. Okay, we with the help of this tags we are assigning the structure for this page, right? So now here from onwards we can implement the number of tags with the help of this. Okay, so here we are simple example we can see, right? So in the same manner you have to do the programs for your sites. Okay, so before that I just want to say that you have to install this software which is already I'm given. Okay, for the demonstration purpose, our last part is the practice demo of the software. So what software? I already given these softwares under this our virtual accounts. We go in your virtual accounts and click on the software download section. So you have the some text editor. Okay, so I'm using this one, first one. So you can also use this Notepad++, no doubt. So you have to download this exe and install it. Once this it is installed, it look like in the same manner. Say for example, so once you install this exe, it will install in a C drive under this program files. Sublime text 3, like this folder is there. Inside this folder all these things happen. But as a better practice, what you have to do in the same manner, I am making here one, no, the folder. Inside this I am keeping all these files. Okay, so in the same manner you also do. So once you are opening these files, okay, so these all these is come here, and you can easily use these pages as well as store these pages inside this, and also run this. So once you install all this part, make a folder under this, okay, and keep all the pages inside this folder. Okay, this is a very important step. Once this steps is completed, then open this exe. Okay, don't upload or update this, cancel it. Just open and go into the new files and take the new files. Okay, or here you just right click on this way and click the new file. So new file is coming here. Give the name for these files and then run it. Okay, so how to give the name for this file? So click on this, click on new file, give the name, save as file. Say as example. Now see this, I'm saving all these pages inside this HTML, right? Say for example sample.html. Okay, so once you give the .html extension, the our page is our file will be stored in this format. Okay, so this sample will come here, right? So in this way, that's why I am saying that you have to make the folder inside this. Okay, make a planning for this. In the same manner, you also make a folder and open this exe, then create the new files. Open the new file, give the extension, save the file, and then write the code here. Okay, say for example, okay, so here you have sample, and the body is suppose say my first example. The attribute, this is the tag actually, this is the starting tag, this is the ending tag. You have to give the content in between the start and the end tag. Suppose you have to assign the some attribute, then write in this way, align center. Okay, whatever the changes you are made here, click the file button, save it all the changes, and then you have to run it. So how we can run it? Simply right click on this page, open in a browser. Okay, click on this, open in a browser. So your file will be showing here, your page will be shown in this way. Okay, so this video I'm building for the your help purpose. So this video is present under this lecture video tab. So if I'm supposed to not able to take the lecture, then I can make the video in this same manner, and I am uploading all this video under this lecture video sections. You can go there, or you can see the news sections first. Okay, which one come first? So here I'm saying that the lecture video is actually uploaded right under this lecture video. So in this way you have to understand that the any lecture is given there or not, okay, or scheduled or not. So you have to do in the same manner all these things. Make a practice with the different tags. I can give the list of tags. I can give the different video also, but this is the introduction video. That's why I'm not taking much more part. Okay, so thank you for the listening this video, and I hope some content or some information you will get from this video, and you can also implement this different types of tags with the help of these editors. Okay, so we can meet in the next video. Till, thank you very much.